Gold, silver, real estate, got some Bitcoin.
We're buying things that people have to use. It's like owning food. People always buy food. Kenny, what are you going to do for a crash? Buy more.
Well, there's in addition to what Kim was talking about, and of course, this is what we all talk about every single week. So, but what we're trying to do is we want to keep some dry powder or some cash to be able to buy things after they. And so, it's a fine balance of how much cash because of inflation. But I will tell you this, in every crash, people move to rentals. And so, what's going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years for sure, it's already starting, is we're moving more toward a renter nation. So whether you like it or not, rents are going to have to go up because there's only a limited supply of rentals right now, and people are going to pour out after these forbearance issues, and all this stuff starts to correct. They're going to pour into rentals just like they did in 2008, and that's what created the rent growth. So that's happening, whether you sit back or not, or whether you're involved or not. And so we're trying to have liquidity and buy rentals in places where we think people are going to be.
So wouldn't you say that Nixon did you a favor back in 1971, 50 years ago?
Yeah, I would thank him if I could.
So once they have to start paying their mortgages again, a lot of people are not going to be able to, correct?
There's millions of people right now, Kim, and there's so much great data, like on Black Knight. There's a couple websites that house all this. So you can actually go look and say, what markets are the most severely delinquent right now on their mortgages. And by the way, Hawaii is up there at the in the top 5. And so you can actually see which ones.
Tom, what advice you had to prepare for the balloon coming down?
It's like Kim said, it's all about assets, right? And then when you add a good asset, produces good cash flow. So it's, people are afraid of debt because they don't believe in the asset. If you understand the asset like Ken does, Ken and Kim do so much work learning about real estate and understanding the assets that they'll borrow all the money in the world because they're confident in the asset that you're going to continue to get cash flow. So it's real assets. It's real producing assets that always they keep going even when the market's down. One thing I want to say about what Ken was saying about rental is that the U.S. government has, for many, 50 years, they have supported the housing industry. And that is the single-family home housing industry. And they started to pull back from that. They started a number of years ago reducing the amount of mortgage interest that you could deduct on your personal residence. There's no limit on how much you can deduct if you are a multifamily that you're renting out. And so that keeps coming down. And what that means is that there's fewer and fewer incentives to buying home. And now they're trying to make renters equal to homeowners. And so you're just going to push more people into rentals.
And if it crashes, they're going to print more money, right?
That's what they always do.
Yeah.
And one thing too, Kenny,
So thank you, Tricky Dick Nixon, 50 years ago. Go ahead, Kim.
One thing Kenny said another time, if you do have a home or you do have rental property, good idea to fix your interest rates, correct? Because if those interest rates go up.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the things now, not saying it's going to happen, but one of the tools in the Federal Reserve's toolbox is to use interest rates to hedge inflation. And we know that we have very high reported inflation, and they've hinted that they might increase rates. So you want to fix them now.
Well, that's called forward guidance. The real interest rate, according to John Williams of Shadow Stats, is 14.5. That's inflation today. But who knows if it's real or not. Final word is this, is that every bubble, like in 2008, the Safeway checkout girl gave me her card. So our neighbor, Scott Shermer, who is also a real estate guy, this guy is a mega big, he is a developer, Kenny. He builds, he takes down large tracts of lands and puts in subdivisions. And he's in Idaho right now. He's creaming it. He says he can't believe how much money he's making. So he and I went out to dinner, and I said, "Are you into bonds?" He goes, "Nope." "Are you into stocks?" He goes, "Nope." See, real estate guys or real capitalists create their own assets. If you understand that, you'll understand why we're not in the stock market or the bond market and all that, although we make money off it indirectly. So I was talking about the Safeway checkout girl, and the town was booming. I mean, Arizona's booming. You can't get a, the stimmy checks are going out. People are happy. But this is the lesson. The bull in a bull market always goes up the stairs slowly, and the bear goes out the window. When it comes down fast. Or that old saying goes, well, how did I go bankrupt? Well, in 2 steps, slowly at first, then suddenly. So Scott and I can't even get into a restaurant. We have all the money in the world. We can't get in. So we go to this one restaurant right not too far from our office here, Kenny and Tom and Kim. And we walk in, and everybody's in evening gowns. I went, this is Arizona. Nobody wears evening gowns, you know? Scott looked at me and says, the end is near.
Yeah, well, you guys, we're all seeing it. You know, when people are bidding 50, 150 over list, and there's all, there's a massive bubble being created. There's some articles that just came out in the last few days that really indicate that we might be seeing some serious softness. Because the appraisals are not coming in even near what people are buying. Yeah. So they have to come up with the extra cash, and these should be taps on the shoulders for you guys. This is not how you buy real estate.
Hey, would you send me that article?
Yeah, I'll send it to you right now.
So this is so much fun, It's like the bull goes up the stairs, the bear goes out the window. How did you go broke? Slowly at first, then suddenly. And I think it's coming again, and it's a good time. So we want to say thank you. Happy birthday to 1971. This is 2021. And it makes capitalists who know what they're doing very rich. So I thank Kenny and Tom, please get their books. I mean, if you really want to understand real estate, you must have Kenny's book and Tom's books because it's debt and taxes. Final word, Kim?
I just want to say thank you, guys. Thank you for all you've done for Robert and myself, because we love to hang out with the smart guys.